Welcome to the Parker Daniels Show, where amazing stories are shared.
And be hopeful, hopeful, and he'll make a way. I know it ain't easy, but that's okay.
Do you think that blind people can determine one's voice? I know y'all thought about it before. But as I give y'all my introduction, welcome to the Parker Daniels Show, where we make changes, no excuses. It's always going to be the motto. Can blind people determine one's race by their voice? Now look, I had done a whole new video on this, but I had to do it over because there were copyright problems, and I had used people's voices, and I'll probably be able to feature on something else, but on YouTube I wasn't able to. So before I proceed, please share the video, and also like and subscribe. Look, if you don't like the video, maybe someone else probably will like it. But definitely give me some subscriptions, subscribe, thumbs up, things of that nature. It's today's Friday, and I don't know why they call it Black Friday, but that's another subject. But I'll come to talk to you about the subject at hand. And if you've been following me, you know that I have talked about my sight loss for a while. I lost my sight when I was a little individual, about 3 years of age. And this is the first time, as I mentioned, of me tackling this particular subject in terms of whether you all feel that if blind people can determine one's race by their voice. I used to pride myself on being able to determine one's race by just listening, but I've been wrong quite a few times, really. So, this is in no way advocating that blacks or whites are confined to speaking just one way. I want to say that this is my opinion from a blind person's perspective only. Only mine. Now, as a black man raised by two wonderful black parents living amongst black people, I use the word black people instead of African American. I'll tell you why later. Until I went to Louisiana State University, I was restricted to believe that the way blacks spoke was the norm. Boy, was I wrong. Because as for someone who is blind, I'm stressing I listen to many things in a person's voice when meeting for the first time and trying to determine one's race. Now, how I determine in most cases is by listening to someone's voice inflections, the cadences, the endings on certain words, the sound, just to name a few. Now, I don't want to give you all of my secrets, but those are some of the things that I listen to. Like, you know, it may be the way a person structures their word, how hard they speak, and the cadence, the flow. You know, all that determines the makeup for me as far as listening to someone's voice, whether a person may be of a Caucasian descent or maybe black. So that's some of the jewels in which I was able or am able to give to y'all, so that y'all can say, well, hey, that's what he used as a sidebar. Now, try closing your eyes sometimes and use these particular characteristics, and maybe you'll be able to determine or see exactly what I'm talking about. Now, for the record, it used to bother me a great deal when people say, oh, he speaks proper because he's white, or he must be black because he or she is speaking in with Ebonics or speaking slang. Let me play the devil's advocate right quick. If that's the case, issue. Things are changing now. It's no longer the case because with the emergence of music, with the emergence of hip hop music, that is, rap music, the emergence of people getting into broadcasting, and just the fact that people are able to unite with one another as far as racism. You know, the cultures become meshed, so it makes it very difficult to determine the race of an individual. Now, that's why my ears have been deceiving me, because before then, the emergence of rap music and hip hop music and things of nature, the ability of races to fully unite was limited. And as I mentioned earlier, now things have changed. So things have become so meshed together to where it is very hard to determine the race of individuals. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, let's go back and let me bring up some of these individuals whom I feel, to me, as a blind person, was very hard to distinguish the race of that individual. And you can go back on your own and say, hey, you know what, that's right, you know, or he's wrong, or, you know, just provide me some information to support or support, if that's a word, my piece, excuse me. I used to listen to people like Bryant Gumbel, who was a sportscaster on HBO, and I think the show that he had was Worldwide Sports, or Wide World of Sports. I don't know, it's been so long ago. And his brother Greg Gumbel. These individuals, for me, it was very hard to determine their race, because not saying that they spoke with a great deal of articulation, but just the tone, the texture of their voice made it hard. And that's probably what is to be accepted when you get into the sportscasting or the broadcasting realm. You have to speak with some type of diction. Another person that kind of threw me off was Gayle King. She is an anchor woman on one of the news, on one of the news stations here in the United States, one of the morning news channels. I don't know exactly what it is, but she's also a friend of Oprah Winfrey. And if you listen to her, close your eyes, y'all, and listen to her speak, you would have a kind of hard time determining the race of that particular person. Now, as I go on, I'm hoping that I'm not stepping on any toes, but if that's the case, then another lady by the name of Karen Parsons, who played on Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. If you close your eyes and you listen to that individual, as far as a blind person trying to determine that race, it was very hard for me. Lisa Bonet, she played on The Cosby Show, and I'm quite sure y'all remember she played Denise. Her sister, who played Sandra, was also on The Cosby Show. It was very hard for me because, the texture, the way she spoke, the dictions, the rhythm, the cadences, things of that nature. It was hard for me as a blind person to determine her race. Another person, and this individual, and I said I was going to name a few, Lenny Kravitz. I didn't know what color he was. Until somebody told me. I'm quite sure y'all know who Lenny Kravitz is. He is a well-established rock singer, and his mother played Helen on The Jeffersons. This last person who I know a lot of people have heard her speak before, Robin Quivers. She was on the Howard Stern show. She was like his sidekick or whatever. I had to listen to her over and over and over again before I found something in her voice that gave away that the race of Robin Quivers. And as I pushed forward, I went and found two individuals whom, upon listening to these individuals, I thought there were one race, but after I found out one of the individuals were not the race that I thought. Well, two of them, and I'm gonna give you the names because I went on YouTube and Googled just to find out, something about these two individuals. One, and I was very surprised. Lisa Stansfield, whom I thought was a black woman, been around the world and yeah, and a man by the name of Bobby Caldwell, who is a white person. What you won't do for love. I've tried everything. So basically, I was very shocked. Now go back and listen to these individuals, and you leave in the comments and tell me what you think. Now, as I conclude, because I just wanted to put something on your mind, I'm not going to be here long. My ears have failed me plenty times in listening to individuals, but check this out. As I use my ears to determine the race of these individuals, there are sighted people that even have told me that even upon looking at a person, it is also hard to determine. It is also hard to determine a person's voice. I mean, a person's race. So I just wanted to bring this to you, put this on your mind, and maybe go back as sighted people, go back and close your eyes and listen to what I had stated, to see if maybe he was right, he was wrong, or maybe there may be some things that you gathered that I probably missed. But in the meantime, I want to thank you for subscribing to the Parker Daniels Show.
Yes, I am hopeful for today. Take this music and use it. Let it take you away and be